Okay, so hello to whoever is watching this. I'm starting recording right now because I want to. I think it might help me concentrate, focus on programming. So I'm doing a little project for my mom. It's a planning. It's a calendar for her work shifts. I'm doing this little web app using Rust and U for using Rust on the web front end. And I find I'm having, as with all projects, I'm having a little difficulty focusing and keeping on finding what to do next, concentrating on the most important thing. So, for example, uh, there are rounded borders on this on this grid that don't need to be there right now. But I digress. I have a hard time. Sometimes I have a hard time focusing on what to do next. The most important thing to keep on programming things that are useful for the project and actually making progress. So I think I thought I'd try to record myself doing this programming to have a little bit of an archive, and also maybe if I speak out loud what I want to do, what I'm thinking, that may help me. So let's get started. So that's where I'm at. I made a little mock-up calendar. That's a U application running under a trunk server right here. So we have this month component, which does which creates 42 day components, each with their own unique number, and the day component shows the number, the day, obviously. And I've added some text. I've added some text here, so because the point is, my mom has a planning. So at her work, she does different hours. They're very irregular. So it's kind of rotating shit. It's kind of rotating shit. Wow. Sorry. It's kind of rotating shifts, but it's not as obvious as you can see in a factory. So it's not every week the shift changes, and also there are not so many workers on her team. So if someone's missing or someone goes on vacation, it really changes the planning. So the goal here is to make an application for her to register her planning, so to have an easy access to it, to know which time slot she does on the next day, for example, and the so she already has an application that does this very well. It's a freemium application, so it's working well for now, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future, obviously. And if she switches phones, as she already did one time, she can't export and import. She can transfer her calendar without paying. So the first time there were not that many, but there were still a lot of entries in her calendar, but she copied it by hand. But by now, if she had to do this, she wouldn't do this, obviously. She'd have to pay. So it's not that expensive, but it's too bad. And the real goal for this is that because her hours, her time shifts are so irregular, the other members of our family never knows whether she's at work, whether what's her planning on this week. It's impossible to know. Uh, so I thought it would be great to have this interface for her to enter her planning and to see what she's doing, enter her hours. Maybe if she does some extra hours, I need to account for the fact that she may do some extra hours on this day, and because I also want to give her some statistics about what she does, how many hours she has worked in a month, in a year, about how many hours she has worked on the weekend, for example, things like that. So that's important, and there would be another interface that just shows what she does on a given day or a given week. It just shows her hours and maybe a little quick text that tells you if whether she's at work right now or not, depending on the current time. So that's my final goal here. But first, I have to work a little on this. So there's the basic UI for now. So things I need to add are buttons. So for now, there are no notions of having a shift, or I'm tempted not to call it a shift because it's not really a shift in the sense of in the traditional sense of a shift working rotating shift. So I don't know yet what I'm calling that. But yeah, I need to add this this shift management into the code. So we need to store which shift. So essentially, we just need to store for any given day what shift she does. For now, later I'll add whether she. I'll add the possibility to enter additional hours. But for now, we just need to have for each day of the calendar what shift she has done, or what shift she will do. So that requires two things. So yeah. For now, I identify two different things I can do. I see we can work a little bit on the calendar, because you can see here it goes from 1 to 42, so that's not a month in our regular calendar. That's just a mock-up because that's the maximum days you need. You will ever need to show on a calendar, because if the first of the day of the month is a Sunday, so the week will go from Monday to Sunday. If the first day of the month is a Sunday, and the month is 31 days long, then this will shift by 6 days, and the 31st will go on the next line. So that's the worst case scenario. There are 6 rows in the calendar. There can be less, like this. There can be 5 rows. There can even be 4 rows in case of a short February that is well arranged, that starts on when the first day is around the beginning of the week. But I figure for now we'll just show 6 rows, figure out which day the first day is, put it at the right spot, so shifted by the number of shifted by the number of days we need. Insert the elements up until the last day of the month, and fill the remaining days with padding 2 for now. So you know what? Let's try that. So the thing we need. So we need to tell the month. We need to have a prop here. So in U, well, I don't think I'm going to explain every aspect of U and the Rust programming language. That's not a tutorial. But in U, I might as well, when I'm typing, express a little thoughts here. No, that's not a function component. In U, you can give. Yeah, I'm also getting used to using NeoVim here. I've used it for a bit of time, but on and off, and I'm really trying to learn, but it's still a bit complicated. So sorry if it's excruciating to watch me do anything and everything on my keyboard to make this work. So yeah, in you can pass props to function components that you may use to change the way or what it is displaying or its behavior. So that's not a function, that's a structure. So we create a structure, and for a month we need to know what year it is, what year it needs, so essentially what year and what month it needs to display. So the year is a U32, and the month, well, technically it's a U8. I like to use the correct integer types, but sometimes it makes the code a little less readable. So we'll see whether I leave U32 here or I put U8. No, whether I leave U8 or whether I change it for U32. So, and you can see here also for the styling, it's Tailwind CSS. So that's just something I love with that I love you. Not you, but you, the library, the Rust library. I love it. It's just so great to be able to type HTML right in the Rust code, make components in a React fashion. It's really great, and I find Tailwind works really well with it because if you had to do classes and CSS classes, you'd have to write CSS. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad to write CSS, but with Tailwind, you need to you can just put the classes and it'll work. So also sorry if I'm having a hard time with the pronunciation. That's also that's the last reason for which I do these recordings. It's going to help me. I hope it's going to help me better my English speaking, because as you may tell from my beautiful accent, it's not my it's not my native tongue. So yeah. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No. Yeah. So let's at least get on with this. So we pass the month props. We tell you we need to pass the month props to a month component, So that we are going to update this call right now. So let's say the year is 2024. Happy New Year, and the month is January. Oh, so well, I guess that's going to depend on the date. Is the month from 0 to 11, or from 1 to 12? For now, let's say it's from 1 to 12. I don't know how the data library that I'm going to use, or is it the standard library? I guess it's the standard library. I don't know how it handles this, so we'll see. But for now, let's see that. Well, let's look it up. So I need to know what day of the week the first day of the month is, and what how many days is how many days long is the month. So Rust date. Let's wow. So it's is it my internet connection? I think it's the computer. It's usually a bit slow. So date and time. Maybe date and time? Date in time? What's that? Okay. Date in time. Okay, that makes sense. Let's check this out for now. The Rust cookbook. Yeah, measure elapsed time is doable with std, but for the other things, I guess we'll need chrono. Chrono, date and time for Rust. Chrono aims to provide all functionality needed to do correct operations on date and time in the proleptic Gregorian calendar. It's always fun to see things about calendars, dates, and times. It's full of a lot of things. Wasn't bind, that's great because default features. That's a default feature interface with a JS data API for the WASM32 target. So it uses the JS API by default on WASM. So that's great. Yeah, duration, date and time. Chrono provides a date time, so I don't need date and end time. I need just date, but I don't think there is a way to do that. Chrono provides a date time type to represent a date and a time in a time zone. For more abstract moment in time tracking, such as internal timekeeping, that is not concerned with the time zone, so that no. Consider time, system time. Yeah, because there's also time, but so that's std time. What times do we have here? We don't have much, because I love to have std. I love to not add a new dependency here, but I guess we won't be able to do that. System time now, system time duration since elapsed. No. Oh well, what's the constructor? No, I don't think we can create. Yeah. No. I think we'll need to use date and time here. So to use the chrono library. So date time is time zone aware and must be constructed from the time zone object, which defines how the local date is converted to and back from the UTC date. There are 3 well-known time zone implementations. So UTC, local, and fixed offset specifies an arbitrary fixed time zone. Local specifies the system local time zone. So I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter for this. It will matter for some other things, but for now it's not a problem. Oh, okay. Various property are available. Okay, so no, that's traits. Formatting and parsing, I don't care. So give me types. Give me types. So it said. So let's go with UTC, I guess. So UTC, the UTC time zone, using the time zone methods. So that's a trait which UTC implements, I guess. So from offset. Now I need to. Yeah, there's a naive date, but offset from UTC date time. So no. So let's check out. So there's naive date. So what is naive date? Oh, and I like this. Is it an iterator? A duration in calendar days. Ah no, it's a duration. Okay, maybe. So ISO 8601 calendar date without time zones. Well, why not? Allows for every proleptic Gregorian date. So that's a date. So that's what we want. How do we create it? We can do this. Year is I32. That's fun. Month is year 32. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm talking about when I say it's a little. It may be problematic to use U8 because we need to do the conversion, and also it's not that efficient, that more efficient. So it returns none if the value for month or day is invalid. So I don't know why it doesn't take a U32. That's a great API question. Maybe it's because usually the numbers are just 32 bits, and at least it's taking a U32 and not an I32, because a C API would probably have had just an int instead of an inside int. So, well, that depends, but C is a little clunky on that. So let's try this. Year ordinal from the makes a new naive date from the ordinal date. Year and day of the year, so no. Year, week, and weekday. That's fun. From number of days from CE opt. Makes a new naive date from day's number in the proleptic. First, yeah, no, so that's 0. Okay. From week, day of month. No, that's deprecated. Yeah. Makes a naive date by counting the number of occurrences of a particular day of week since the beginning of the given month. No, there are a lot of functions in this end time. Okay, naive date time. Okay. So there are a lot of things here. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'm trying to find the most optimal function for what we need, but I think but that that I like. Returns an iterator. Sorry for that. I'll just need to make a little pause here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. So I was just checking out this itterDays function, and I like it because I could probably use this instead of doing what I thought of doing, because I thought of getting the weekday, getting the number of days that is, and just do some padding at the beginning here. before putting the first day of the month. But in the end, what I want to do is to show the last days of the previous month and the first. At the start here, I want the last day of the last days of the previous month, and at the end, I want the first days of the next month. So maybe this would let me do this directly, because I just need to find the first Monday that I'm interested in, but that may be a little hard. So there's also this iter weeks here, so that helps me. That could so this iter weeks can jump weeks by weeks. So I don't. Yeah, so 27th, 5th is 27th of February 2016. What day is it? Yeah, I just need the date. February 2016 calendar. So this is telling me that the 27th of February, so this was a Saturday, and the 5th of March, yeah, so the 5th of March is the next Saturday. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. There's this week function. Returns the naive week that the date belongs to, starting with the weekday specified. So a naive week can start a week represented by a naive date and a weekday, which is the first day of the week. So we can get so do I care about, maybe I care about the last week, but only if, yeah. No, I don't think that's a good way. So what I'm thinking here, if the so maybe it is because yeah, well, that would be a lot of pain to go through. Can we find another, yeah, from weekday of month? So let me explain here. What I need to have here is the first, well, the previous Monday from the yeah, it's the previous Monday from the first day of the month we are looking at. So either the first day of the month is a Monday and we have this Monday. If it is not a Monday, then we just need to find the Monday of this week. So that is what this does. So if we get the naive week, so we know for a fact that we have year and month, so we can construct a date from year, month and putting 1 here. Then if we do that, we can ask for the week of this day that starts on Monday. Yeah. And this returns the week, and with the week we just get the first day. So if the first day is a Monday, that will return this same day. But if it's not a Monday, it will return the first day of the month, and we have a naive date back. And we have a naive date, and we can just iterate on the days, take 42 days, and construct each HTML element, each day element, each day component. Here we can construct it from the date. That may well work. Do I need a state here? Obviously. Well, no, not really. It depends only on the props. That's not internal state. That's just some intermediate computations. So let's get to this. So can we find the first day? Oh, so we'll need to add. Can I do this? Cargo add chrono. Yeah, that's fancy. That's great. I don't use it that much because I like to see what's in the. I like to keep track of what's in my cargo.toml. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I like to keep track of that, but this does it perfectly. And I wonder if it. I think it sorts. It even sorts them in alphabetical order. So that's great too. Let's get back to this. So the first day is a chrono naive date. So this microphone is not. It's a bit clunky. My installation, my setup here is yeah, it's a bit tedious, but we'll do with that. So we can construct a naive date like this. So naive date from YMD. I don't have completion here yet because I guess that's because Rust Analyzer is still computing, and it's not fighting with trunk. But yeah. So from YMD opt, we have props. Whoa, not all caps. Props dot year. Props dot month and 1. No. Oh, so is it 1 or 0 here? I think it's 1. Year, month, and day. Yeah. Returns none. If the specified calendar day does not exist, the value for month of day is invalid, and the year is out of range for a naive date. So it should never. Well, yeah, I guess we can just unwrap on that. Let's unwrap. So is it working? Syntax error expected semicolon. So maybe I've done some not so good things here. Expected semicolon. Let's. What do you have to say to this? I32. Yeah, yeah, no. Arguments to this function are incorrect. Yeah, so I guess it is true that you're, yeah, I mean, in my case, it will not be an i32, but it could be. So let's do this. Why not do something that works every time? So let's close this. Okay, so it compiled. So what are you complaining about? Let's check this out. No, I don't know how to do this, but I think this error here is just frozen. Yeah. So let me remember that there is Mason. LSP restart maybe. LSP log. Oh. Well, that's an error. Cool ones. That's a very beautiful error. Unwrap failed. No, but that's not. So we have panicking, panic format, panicking, unwrap failed, result.rs, result. No, but that's during compilation, right? I don't know. What's the no, that's not. Yeah, it's during Rust Analyzer. Okay. Fail to run custom build command first length. Oh. Yeah, but that no, I think I'm getting confused here. That has nothing to do with my yeah, it's just gone. Okay. Oh, but now there's a build failure here. Wow, fantastic. Oh yes, because well, yeah, okay. Are you happy now? Yeah. Hello. You don't restart? Yeah, okay. Great. So that's kind of let's try this. So maybe I should because I don't think it formats. That did nothing. I did not lie. I really have a hard time. Did it work? No, it didn't. I think you can just do go cargo fmt. Okay, well, let's just maybe you need to. No. Well, I don't know. It's not a problem. Let's go on. Let's keep on. So I said you get the first, then you get the week. Great. You get the week with a week, day. Let's. Will it import it? No. Oh, maybe it will, because I'm typing weekday. So weekday, Monday. No, it doesn't. I don't want to have to type chrono every time. So let's import. Use not import chrono. So what is it? Live date and weekday. Okay, great. So we get the week and we get back the first day. So normally the first day is the first day that we're interested in. And we do first day. No, see. First day dot days, iter days dot take, and we need, as we said, 42 of them, and we map day, and number will be number equals day dot, you don't give me, obviously you don't give me auto completion on this, so naive date can we access so this compares dates. So all the fields are private, so I may be dumb here, but how can I get... Is there a function that returns what I want? I need to get the day. I need to get the day. Oh, so yeah. Great. Oh, so you can get the month starting from 0, but I'm interested in the day. I'm interested in the day starting from 1. So it's the day. That's quite. So day dot day. Date. Yeah, maybe date then. Date dot day. So that's first day and that's date. So does that work? Method date. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess I need to import the trait here. Yeah. Use chrono date like. So I need to import the trait because, and then, isn't it a problem that there? I think we need that. Properties. What's happening? The trait into prop value U8 not implemented for U32. That's right. Yeah, let's change this to U32. I never get to use... Oh, that's great. So yeah, this month started on... So my calendar is showing... Yeah, my calendar is showing... well, my calendar is showing Sunday as the first day, but I want it to be Monday, so it is in fact what's showing up here. So there's this little problem I get because you see this entire row doesn't need to be here, but sometime you will need the extra row because so yeah, let's well, for example, the February starts on February, so that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So February starts on a Thursday. So that will not be enough to push it, but let's check that it works for now. So it does start on Thursday. Yeah, it starts on a Thursday and it ends. Yeah, well, because there are 29 days, but it it does take this into account. So yeah, I'm happy with that. March. Oh, so March is great. Yeah, because in March, yes, this calendar does the same thing. It just shows the first day of the week, the first day of the month on the first line, and takes 42 days for this grid. So this grid never changes size because yeah. So we could remove this entire row because this entire row is full March, and we're looking at February, but. So when you're scrolling, the grid doesn't change sizes, it just keeps this line. So I think I'm going to do the same thing here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. So let's well no, so let's check out March. Yeah, because yeah, so no, it's not it doesn't go over because it's on Sunday, but it does show the right thing. Let's try and find a day that takes up 6 lines. So this doesn't. Yeah, September does. So September is 9th. Let's check this out. So yeah, the current month of September starts on a Sunday and it goes up to the 30th here. So yeah, many months only require 5 lines, but to account for all the months, we'll just do this. Great, let's commit that. So that's in dev Rust planning client. No, not well. Well, it doesn't matter. So git status. I also need to be looking for a new Vim Git client. Well, I like it just .main.rs.restfmt. Okay. Thank you. I need to remove that. Client src. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So what about now? These 3 files change, and we'll git add dot and git commit. Great. So that's a feature. I'm trying to follow the conventional commits convention here. We'll see that what this does. I like to. I'm a bit. I have mixed feelings about the conventional commits. Sometimes they're just a mouthful for something that doesn't need to be that doesn't need to be this well organized. But they're also great. They give you a line of writing your. They give you a defined way of writing your commit messages. So well. So that's a feature on the client. I'm talking about a client here because in the end there will be a server for everyone, so that there is a public access to the viewer interface. And I'll need to make a little stop here. And I'm back. So it's been quite a while, but I'm just going to finish this commit. So it's a feature on the client. I was saying it's a feature on the client, and what we did was to make the calendar able to show a month. So I'm just going to check, because should I start the sentence with make? I never know. So conventional commits. they say allow send. So is it written somewhere? The commit message, additional types. Okay, we recommend that you proceed as if you already released the product. Typically somebody, even if it's your fellow software developers, is using your software. Yeah. What do I do? Sorry, I'm a bit tired here. Okay. Is it? Oh, so that's the full specification. So maybe it's in there. The description is a short summary of the code changes, a gfix array parsing issue when multiple spaces were contained in string. The units of information. Okay, well, let's say it's feed client. Show days of a specific month in show days of a specific month in calendar. Well, yeah. Do we need a period at the end? No, not in the description. Not in the title. Okay. So feed client show days of a specific month in calendar. It's not. Let's not overthink this. It's not. It's not really a problem. I did quit there. My computer is so slow. Yeah. Okay. So I did a commit, and I can even push this push-u origin main, and that's it. So in just less than an hour, I've done one commit and moved the planning from the calendar from showing just sequential numbers to actual days of the month. So I don't know if it's great. That's a problem I have, because I really feel like I'm slow while programming. I feel like I'm slower than I used to be. I'm still quite young, but when I started programming, and when I got a little bit good at it, and I started, and when I had the ability to do real programs, I feel like I was so much faster than I am now. I mean, I've already tried to redo old projects of mine, and I feel like I'm just so much slower, and I have this problem of not being able to focus and keep on coding. So, well, this the fact of being recording this, I have a timer on what I do. It also helps me because I speak my things. Well, I'm getting tired here. I speak. I explain my thoughts aloud. I try to here I try to explain what I was thinking, and I think it helps me think about what I'm thinking about. I think it's well, I think a lot, but I guess it's great for me to be able to focus, know what I'm focusing on, like the fact that I I listed what I was what I would be able to do, and saying here I'm going to do this, and just searching for a way to do it. I really it's there are I think there are 2 or 3 line changes in this commit. It took me an hour, so I think that's very long. But I also had to search for documentation, and maybe I'm not so used. Maybe I'll get used to maybe talking while I'm writing, or maybe just thinking faster. Well, I guess the real, the greatest thing to do would be to think, be able to move forward with my code while thinking, and keep track of what I need to do while it's in my head. But I need to be very focused, and I need to keep focused. And I feel like for now it's not something that I'm able to do. So for now, let's see how it goes by recording this, and and just I don't know. I'm really getting tired. I should wrap this up. So, well, that's it. I don't have much way to. Yeah, I don't have any other things. So, if this makes it out to the public and somebody has watched it other than me later, or just someone I'm forcing to watch it, well, thanks for watching, and see you later, I guess. Bye bye.